Welcome back to CEO Money and the Health and Wellness Show with Vicki Griffith. I'm Michael Yorba, your host. And Vicki, welcome back to the show.
Good to be back. I'm excited about our next guests.
Tell me.
Okay, our next guest is Evan Duncan. He is the owner of Tough Fitness and military fitness mogul. I have to hear more about this military fitness mogul title here. So tell me about yourself.
Yeah, thank you, Vicki. And that actually wasn't a title I gave myself. It was bestowed upon me, but I'll take it. It sounds great.
Sounds tough.
It does sound tough. So Tough Fitness, basically just a all-military veteran personal training company here in Dallas, and we specialize in women's small team training specifically. So try to make personal training affordable to a wider range of people, and make it more of a lifestyle thing and a long-term thing instead of just scrounging together as much cash as you can and hoping for the best.
So how long have you been in the business?
I started Tough Fitness December 2012, and then here over the last couple of years, we've grown to 4 strong, and so all military veterans, like I said. And
Vicki, can I jump in there for a second?
Absolutely.
I mean, Evan, you've got an impressive background. I want to bring that out a little bit. You had a few tours in Iraq, and Africa. Let's bring that out so the audience knows. Listen, this, he didn't just go to the academy. I mean, you actually battle tested what it is that you're teaching people, right?
Yeah, battle test. I like that one too. So
bring it out.
I spent 8 years in the Marine Corps. I was a martial arts and fitness instructor in the Marine Corps, and platoon sergeant. And many, like you said, I went to Iraq in 2008 and Africa in 2011, and it was a great time, and it was hard to leave, but I was kind of ready to go out and do my own thing. And so same month I got out of the Marine Corps, Tough Fitness was started, and never looked back.
Yeah, thank you for your service. Really appreciate it. It's an honor to be in the room with you.
Thank you for paying your taxes.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
So do you use this military style with your females?
So, Tough Fitness isn't just a name. Obviously, we, I like to think that the thing that really separates us is how hard our clients work. And so, certainly some of that was taken from the Marine Corps. And, I'm proud to say that my clients work harder than most anybody else out there. But, that's how you see results. So that's what we stick with. It's like I say, it's not called easy fitness. It's called Tough Fitness for a reason. And, sometimes you got to get outside of your comfort zone to really see any kind of major progress. So that's what we stand for.
So tell me a little bit about your workouts. Like what would you be doing if I came in, which I am excited because hopefully I'll get to join in and you can go tough on me. What is a typical workout like?
Yeah. So, I ask that question a lot, and, I like to say that there's no typical workout. It'll be some kind of combination of, anaerobic strength training. We like to keep everything functional. I don't use a lot of fixed motion, self-balancing machines. I don't believe in those. I'm not even sure why they're in gyms anymore. But
amen.
There's certainly a place for them with, a certain demographic, but not the masses. We keep everything functional. We keep everything high intensity. And, more than anything, we just try to mix it up constantly. So I always tell my clients or new clients coming on, you can never not look forward to a workout because you have no idea what you're in for. So, and I just think that's important for just about everybody, keeping things interesting, keeping your bodies guessing, and there is something to be said about, doing the same thing over and over again. And your body is an efficient machine, and it'll always find ways to be more efficient. And so, that's the problem with just walking on a treadmill or just doing, certain lifts that you're comfortable with, is that your body will find a way to get efficient at those things. And once you reach efficiency, you're spinning your wheels.
Right.
Let me jump in there for just a second. You've got one location, right? And you're opening a new gym?
So currently, we lease space out of a chain of independent gyms in Dallas. but yes, November 2018, we're looking to open our own studio and large scale studio, and should prove to be a game changer. Really trying to get away from what these big box players have been doing for 40 years and kind of create a unique atmosphere that people really feel a part of and that caters to the individual member.
Thanks. I was wondering. So I don't want to take over your show. Go.
Oh,
ahead,
I just believe in the group mentality and the community aspect, and that sounds like what you offer, because that's what keeps people coming back is the idea that there is, there's a connection there that they're going to make when they come in, and then that's working the mind, body, and soul. You're kind of getting every component.
Definitely.
If there's that accountability too, we can give. A lot of people are going online, and I have some workouts online. I'm sure you do too, and that's kind of where we are looking at a trend where it's going. But at the same time, there's always going to be that need for that connection in live interaction. So I don't feel we're ever going to be replaced as in the physical aspect. We can go online, but in order to feel that connection with your body, the whole picture, the mind, body, and soul, you kind of have to do that live, at least to get started too. I recommend that, not just following a plan on social media. I mean, what do you, or just online?
No,
how do you feel about that?
I completely agree with everything you said. And, I've been doing this my whole life. I charge people for it, but yet I still need an accountability partner. I still have a training partner. And I can tell you, when he's out of town or when he cancels on me, it's just not the same. And I live this. So certainly, and I think a lot of people have a bad idea about group training because of what there's been in the past. But, where we're headed with the small team training and what Tough Fitness specializes in specifically, it kind of takes the best of both worlds. These are small teams of like-minded ladies with similar goals, and, you form an actual team, not a group, but a team, a small team geared towards achieving those goals specifically, and the accountability and the energy, and
well, how many people in a team?
So we typically try to limit them from 4 to 6, and that'll be with one trainer. I think, I've trained 35 people at once, but after 6, I think you kind of lose that personalized appeal, and it's just too hard to kind of keep eyes on. And so, there is a difference between group exercise and what I like to call team training, and the one size fits all group thing of the past is it has its place. But, if you're looking for personalized attention, if you have very specific goals and you're looking for more than a 1 hour long sweat session, team training is obviously, it's the high energy, affordable, and highly accountable way to go.
When you talk about the background that you have in martial arts, self-defense, can you give the audience an idea of what different arts you use and you train with?
Sure, certainly. So, Marine Corps martial arts as a whole is just a combination of a handful of martial arts from around the world that's been tailored, specifically to the battlefield and for Marines to use. I also have a background in mixed martial arts, and so I like to incorporate that into my workouts. And at the end of some workouts, we'll go over some actual technique, but for the most part, we do boxing during our workouts. We'll do, kickboxing during our workouts, and there's something to be said about on a Friday night coming in and roundhouse kicking a pad for a few minutes. It's a great way to end the week.
Right. So I take it the self-defense is kind of like close combat, like jiu-jitsu, things of that nature.
What we practiced and what I taught in the Marine Corps was a lot of hands-on things like jiu-jitsu and judo and everything else. We every now and then, actually, we still hold classes for women, just free self-defense classes, but certainly not the main focus. I just like using some of the of the techniques and incorporating them in our workouts.
Right. We've got about a minute left. You've got to have something that you want everybody to take away from the interview.
Yeah. So I had a few things I wanted to touch on. I'll pick the most important, but what the biggest thing that I see day to day, and I think the biggest thing that personal trainers offer, and what the real light bulb moment for people is, when you go to the gym, you're going to train a specific muscle or group of muscles. You're never going in there to move for an hour. And so if anybody takes anything out of this, when you go into the gym and when you decide to work out, whatever you decide, focus on what you went in there for, and focus on, whatever the movement is, whatever the exercise is, focus on what is working, and not just about being efficient. Lots of people waste their time in the gym, and I think it's because they go in there with no real purpose. They go in there to move around for an hour, feel good about themselves at the end of it.
So how can we find you?
Real quick.
Yeah, toughfitnessdallas.com, Tough Fitness Dallas on Instagram, or, toughfitnessdallas@yahoo.com.
All right, great. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank
Appreciate
y'all.
it.
Thanks, Evan.
Of course.
We'll be right back on the other side of this break with...
We have Dr. Bagshahi.
All right, stick with us. We'll be right back.